I'm Jessica Meza with Martini Productions, and I'm here at CNC Studios with my friend Jagger Kay. Hey, Jagger.
How are you? Now, let me ask you a question. You normally interview celebrities and fashionistas, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let me ask the guy behind the camera, what did she have to do to make you agree to have me on the show, since I'm not a celebrity or a fashionista?
Said free beer.
Deal. Okay, I thought it might have been something more perverted and you could have hooked me up with a video, but that's fine too. Oh, by the way, I just want to state now, I like the new cameraman much better than the old cameraman.
So,
So what?
Tell me about how CNC Studios began.
Okay, about 8 years ago, well, CNC stands for Castings and Classes. So about 8.5 years ago, I began doing free castings for the New York City acting community. About a year after that, I said, you know what, it would be nice to make some money doing this, but I didn't want to charge for castings. So I said, let me try teaching, because I coached a lot of actors, I directed a lot of actors, and I tried selling out an acting for beginners class on one Sunday afternoon, and it sold out, and 7 years later, I'm winning awards, and I have a huge community of actors behind me. So it was first called Actors First New York, the castings, and then I started doing classes called affordable acting classes, and people were confused of the two. So one day I just sat there and I go, what am I doing? I need a name. Let me see, I do castings and classes. What name could I do? What do I do? Castings and classes. And 8 weeks later, I figured it out, .com. Yeah.
Did you ever expect it would become as big as it did?
No, absolutely not. I expected it could grow into a community, but I had no idea we'd be recognized the way we are, and that it would take 100 hours a week out of my time. I've gotten offers to open in almost every state where they allow us to have states, and it's insane, but I can't let it grow bigger than what it is, because then it loses its mom and pop community feel. My first love is acting myself, so being this awarded and this recognized for doing classes and castings is great, but if I grow that side of the community, that's going to take away from my own career, and that's kind of where I'm focused. So where we're at right now is a plateau we're going to stay at, but you know, I'm fine with selling out a few more classes and winning a few more awards.
Did you think that you'd have these big name industry people coming to teach for you? How did that come about?
No, I didn't think anybody would come to teach for me. I had no idea that it was going to turn into that. A good friend of mine, Kevin McShane, he just passed recently, so Kevin, this one's for you and your family, buddy. He was the first person that really thought I can change the industry as far as bringing a level of industry I didn't. I never thought for the life of me that a director of Mall Cop would come to see my students 3 times and never go to another acting studio because he didn't believe in them as much as he does myself. I never thought David Vicari, who has 16 casting directors working for him, will teach for me. So no, but that just shows that people respect the hard work that not just myself, but my staff and the actors put in, because like just today alone, Don Buchwald Agency just picked up another one of my actors as a client, and they're the most picky agency in the city. It shows the hard work is worth it, and that's why I work as hard as I do, because there's nobody who deserves it more than a New York actor. The greatest people I know in the world are New York actors. Well, you know, you've studied here, let's not as well, and I always felt New York actors got a bad rep of being competitive, and no, like, here's what I say. You will never get 10 stockbrokers getting together on a Sunday evening to help each other with their sales technique. You'll never get 10 waiters getting together on a Sunday evening to learn how to do tray service. You're definitely not going to get 10 cab drivers getting together on a Sunday evening to talk about why every street in the village is connected to Grove Street. You ever notice that? Well, you don't, because you don't drive. Yeah, well, you just connect them all by accident, pun intended. But you'll get 10 actors getting together on a Sunday evening to help each other with their monologues or their scene work or just audition technique. And I always felt that could be tapped in more, and it's been phenomenal. I mean, the support's been amazing.